Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan. If you are new, if you are not, welcome back. We're hanging out here on the Citadel server just outside of West Hill. We're going to be picking up on the Lilac Farmstead right where we left off yesterday. I think we're going to work on the wall today. First we've got to sleep though. I'm going to take a look around and see what was up where we left off. Pretty sure we were working on some of the pathing around the gardens. Cosmic Dancer, Jake Christ, Peanut, Dan Grice, Meto, good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Okay, that's a really cool shot. I like that the sun comes up behind the inn. Okay, we are... So I've not textured this, but I like the shape of it. Don't know what's happening here for details. Probably just some bushes and things. Oh, right, we were thinking about doing some berries and stuff up here too. I wonder if there's a better spot for that. We do have this area here, which could be good for berries. And then I don't know about this. This feels like it should be more utility. So I have like a little wood pile here. I'm thinking maybe we should have something piled up here, like bins of something or crates of something or piles of logs. I don't know. We should have something, I think, on the side of the house here that's a little bit more utility than decorative. And I think I might take this path and bring it all the way around. Crystal Alpaca, hello, welcome back. And then of course we've got to change the wall. The wall, we're going to change this all to deep slate. I'm going to miss not having the mossy stuff, but I think we can use the tuff to replace that, no problem. And then as we continue down the tiers, oh right, we have to take out this mud, remember that now, and replace it with coarse dirt. The packed mud is going to be replaced, but we're keeping the coarse dirt down, or the mud back down here, and this is going to get taken out. Okay, so we've got, I think the first thing I want to do is just get this coarse dirt thing done. So that's a pretty simple task. There's pink flowers? Yep. Oh, you mean these? These are beets. This is a custom texture. But everything else, that's vanilla. That's vanilla. The lilacs are vanilla. You can't see them. The lilacs are vanilla down there. More pink flowers in a pile? Probably not. Okay. Pink flowers in a pile would be dead flowers in a pile. I don't think Cosmic could approve. What can I say and do next? I want to test the data pack that I tried to reinstall. I doubt it's working, but we'll give it a go. I don't understand why some data packs work as zip files and some data packs don't work as zip files. It's really annoying. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. I don't get it. I don't know why. All right, well, it's the same as every other data pack that I've got installed. I'm not sure why it's not working, but it's not working. I have enough rooted dirt anyway. It's not a big deal. I'm frustrated that I can't get it to actually work. I guess we can turn these off. So I need coarse dirt. That's the main mover and shaker. I'll bring some of those. And I'll bring some of these. Sometimes things just get disorganized and it bugs you over time. Okay, that should be all we need. Am I starting the stream with an empty inventory? I am indeed. Alright, start with this tier, and we'll just get rid of all this stuff. I almost want to find something darker than the coarse dirt, but hopefully when we go and texture this, there'll be some more blocks we can use to bring it a little bit darker. I feel like maybe some mangrove wood or maybe some concrete powder could work. Cool. And just a little bit here. I mean, some of this we could leave in for texture, I guess. Does anybody know if you can stomp out pitcher plants by accident? I know that you can do it with other crops, but I've not actually tried it with pitcher plants. Generally, I'm not trying to stomp things out on purpose. Right, and this is supposed to be packed mud. Right, okay. Oh yeah, oh, take any inspiration that you want. Pitcher plants do look good with it. We just wanted a little bit more contrast. And the perfectionist in me wanted the map to look good, which I know is silly, but I really wanted to be able to see the different rows. Because unfortunately the pitcher plants don't show up as plants. They show up as like their root color instead of the blossom color. I do want to take like a final screenshot with the map eventually. I think that could be really fun. Maybe I'll do a custom painting resource pack where like one of the biggest paintings in Minecraft, maybe we'll take a nice big screenshot of this and put it on like a painting or something. That could be kind of fun. I often forget to mention this at the start of the stream, but if you are on Twitter or Instagram, there's an Instagram story at JoelDuggan on Instagram, and there's a tweet on Twitter at JoelDuggan, same username, and you can share the stream. Let some friends know, your followers know that you're hanging out here. More eyeballs in the stream is a great deal of help to me. No cost to you other than a couple of buttons on your phone. And if you're on Facebook, then like oftentimes people's Instagram stories will be published to Facebook stories as well, so really gets the word around. Oh, ran out. Where are we going here? Coarse dirt. I need to get an extra shulker box. This stuff is getting piled up. Maybe I'll have to do a dump here soon. How do they irrigate crops in Westill? I don't know, however they want. We've got canals that run through the farm sometimes. There's little ponds. All up here is too high. They'd have to bring the water in, probably from a pond. Or a well. I was thinking about putting a well up here. I just realized that this all reads as pink. The peonies read as pink. Not the peonies. What are they? I don't remember what those are called. Alliums. There's a skeleton in the house. So I think this edge of the farm is probably going to change a bit. We'll have to wait and see what I need to do for moving the wall a bit. But I think that takes care of all of the coarse dirt. So now we've got coarse dirt on the top tier with the pitcher plants, and then we've got the hacked mud and mushroom down here. Few odd patches that are a little bit weird. I wouldn't mind curving the wall more here, so that might happen. But I guess the next thing to do is going to be to grab my deep slate and my tuff and replace all of these cobblestone walls, and then we can get a feel for how we're going to actually complete the look of everything. So I'm not going to think too hard about this. I just want to kind of get this to look right. At least have the right color to it. So I feel like the tough works a little bit better on the outside rather than on the inside. So like on the edges maybe. This feels a little bit tight actually. Wouldn't mind widening that maybe when we come back to do the final pass. All the stuff that's buried is fine. Don't have to worry about that. And that's already been done. So right now it's more about just changing the color. Now this, we don't have to go so high because we're looking at doing this wood frame part. Very good, very good. Now here, I was thinking of actually curving this in a little bit more. So having that, I might even want to take out a couple of these plants. I guess I could do it here and see if this works. It's not quite what I'd want. I'd want this to come back here a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I feel like I want to do this. And then we'll get these. Yeah, I feel like that works better. I might end up putting this green back, but for now, I think we'll just remove it all. Oop, that's the wrong thing. No, I know I don't have to place the plants on farmland. It just looks better. Maybe we'll grab this one. So here, we might want to do one of those wood framing things, but for now, I'll just do this. I do feel like this is a strange section here, so maybe this is actually going to be farther back. Chris, thanks very much for the compliment, and I'm glad that you're listening to the Smudge Chunks. Yeah, I've been working on this build for 3.5 years. How are we doing for inventory? Not bad. I'm gonna go get some spruce. Spruce? Mangrove? Probably both. Need more of those. And more of those. Big difference with the different color wall. I like it. I don't know what to do with this space. Really not sure. Probably bushes. That looks like it continues on the right way. So this, I think, is a little bit too close. I guess we could also do something on the bottom. It's kind of cool. This is just too close here. Oh, I have to run this the other way. I wonder if I can get away with having this so close. that feels a little bit funny, so maybe we'll switch this to mangrove. Yeah, that's better. And then we can work out some other bits of texture in through here when we do the final pass on stuff, but I think that's pretty good. Do I have any rooted dirt? Not right now. This feels a little strange. I think maybe this is the part that looks a little bit weird. Maybe some bushes and grass and stuff later on will help. Yeah. I think that'll work a little bit better. Yeah, it still feels pretty good. MindTripMedia with 100 bits. Thanks ever so much. Really not sure what to do with this space. It gets so narrow, you really can't walk in here. At least not easily. The wall could get bumped out. Like, we could bring this a little closer to the road in some places. If I was going to do a path, though, what I would probably do is path here. Right? And then put bushes in these places here. I think that'll work. It's going to be really narrow. It's not really meant to be walked down, but we can make do. Yeah, I agree. The sweet berry bushes are a little bit taiga specific. So let's just throw down a bunch of these to see what they look like. I probably wouldn't make them all the exact same, but for now, we'll just give this a test. I think it looks pretty good once we start building up the wall detail and having it not be all the same height everywhere. I think working that together, could even have like a little bit spill down here. But we'll work in some non bush parts as well as some moss. I don't want to make it high because like I don't want to hide anything up there, and it's already. If you get it up close, it kind of starts to cover things up. So I think we'll leave it that height. Now, I don't know about this. I feel like this is all too close now. So there would be a path here, which means that this would be the bush. Yeah, that doesn't really work in this space. I like the idea of planting these elsewhere, where it makes more sense. Maybe what I need here is just like a wilder version. I feel like I do remember liking these ones. Yeah, maybe if without the pink, maybe we could just have a nice green break. Could do regular azalea bushes. That does look kind of funny. Ooh, do I want to do more mud back here? Feel like Alistair is up to some shenanigans. The death messages are interesting. Oh, that's the wrong block. Kiwi Soda, I got mine from Cosmic Sniffer Farm. I haven't actually gone out and found them on my own either. Whoops. Talk about Tatooine. Raiding with a party of 4. Welcome in. Like your username. People working a little bit more dirt. Cool. That looks cool on the map too. Not that that's the be-all end-all. Westell is coming along great. Talk about Tatooine. Thanks ever so much for sharing your viewers. Folks, if you're new, my name is Joel Duggan, and this is the Citadel server. It's a 7-year-old Minecraft server, coming up on 7 years, and this is a 3.5-year-old medieval town build that I've been working on and talking about on the Spawn Chunks podcast for the last 3.5 years. And right now we're working on this Lilac Farmstead. So we've been making different block selections and making certain changes. You can see where we're in the process of making the walls deep slate instead of cobble. So we're switching that over. Also trying to figure out how I can do some gates, stuff like that. And we were just figuring out what to do with this weird little green strip, and I think we've decided that we're going to be putting some blossoming azalea bushes on there too. That's the plan so far. What were you up to on stream today? Yeah, the map mod is fun. This is Zero's mini-map. We'll come back with some more textures later. That looks a little bit too similar. A little bit better. So I don't know what to do here, and I don't want to change this wall just yet because I feel like this wall might have to change depending on what we do here. So this is where it could be a good idea to do those berry bushes if we wanted to do that, so we could have maybe a path like this and then try to do, I say berry bushes, it's flowering azalea, but they look like they could be blueberry or blackberry bushes or something. I don't know if that actually looks good or makes sense. We'd have to maybe double up on it. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe we can do it twice. Start to run out of room real quick. How does that look? Not bad. Building out a mountain project, says Talk About Tatooine. Month 6th. Very cool. Always like to hear people doing long-term projects. That's awesome. Folks in my chat, if you want to go and check out to see what Talk About Tatooine was up to with the Mountain Project, go follow them on Twitch. Found a huge mountain area and building a terrace city all around it. Oh, very cool. Kiwi Soda says, I love Minecraft projects that just stem from finding cool areas. Yeah, no, that's well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I chose Westfield, was because this mountain was such a cool spot, right? Like, I didn't make these rivers. I smoothed them out, but this river here, and all up through here, this is all here. This is all from Minecraft Gen. I just kind of saw this kind of like area. There was also a village right here that I destroyed and replaced with my own. I think that looks pretty good. Can't really see much from up here. I mean, it makes sense. And then we could do some stuff in through here. In between these, we could drop them down. Right? As if they were supposed to continue. Maybe even drop them down so that they have like they're planted on the bottom here too. Yeah, I like that look. Okay. So if I want to do this, let's go get some more of the azalea stuff. Don't need oak leaves, but I would not mind some jungle leaves. Anything else I don't need? Oh, that's another dark block. That would be good. Rosie Axlotl, hello, welcome in. So because we've got room in between these, it might be possible to put in stuff like this. Oh, I can't put them on that block. Oh, that sucks. I thought the ladders would look really cool going up the side there. Huh. I guess the only way to achieve that would be like with a moss block on the bottom. Moth Duty, hello? I feel like that looks okay. Where would I want to change this to have it look a little bit better? Probably here, right? This is where we'd want this to be just a little bit different. Right, and then we can adjust this out here to work. Got too many things. I think that works. Yeah. And that gives us a path up here too, which is good. It's a little bit narrow there still. Oh, but if we do this, removes that. Maybe we take this back a notch. And this could just sweep over a little bit faster. So here we would just do that, right? So that would sweep around like this. I feel like that makes sense. It's starting to have just a little bit more function to the side of the yard, which I like. I do want to change this though. Now this was just made in a nice round shape with no real thought as to what it was going to contain. I do like these natural flowers that were here, so I'm going to leave them for now, and maybe they'll inspire what we're going to do next in the front. But I definitely feel like there would be a path that would go out this way. That's probably pretty good. Again, here we could have other things piled up, or maybe just some bushes and flowers and whatnot. Try something like that. Oh, maybe not that far. I think that feels pretty good. You get directions you can go. So I'm just going to quickly put in the deep slate, just because I have so much of it. Rather than being picky about what blocks I'm actually putting down. And then we can always just move this later when we texture it. Really love how West Elf feels like it's just been always there. It doesn't just stick out of like a town that's been plopped in the middle of nowhere. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that because I've put an awful lot of work into achieving just that. And a lot of it is the trick of like blending the town into the Minecraft countryside by like slowly doing less and less. So like you start off with a custom building and a custom landscape, and then you do like semi-custom landscapes, and then you go with like just little touches, you know, just bone meal and bushes and things, and then lastly you just kind of like blend it with a little bit of texture into the surrounding Minecraft natural gen stuff, and it tends to work pretty well. Now out front, I'm debating on whether we should have something a little bit more, I don't want to say formal, but I feel like this could be kind of fun. I just don't know if I want to overdo it with this whole ladder shtick. Because then we have something here that we could like hang a lantern on if we need to, right? Because we're going to need that. We have a lantern here that kind of helps the farm sign here. But then if we want to do another one here, right? We need a light here somewhere. So putting it on one of these would be the most natural thing. And I would say probably this one. So maybe the top of this is actually going to be more of a lamppost. I don't have anything right now. And maybe it's not symmetrical. Like maybe that's just... right? Maybe it's just the one. I think I like that better. And I don't know about this. Maybe we'll do something with the sign instead. So instead of the ladder, we'll maybe have a hanging sign. And that would make sense. That would hang out here. Kind of catch your eye. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thanks very much. It's a decent time, I think, because we've got a lot of the grounds covered here. Still not sure what to do with this space. I think I just need to just examine that tree. Similar to over here, it was a challenging thing to try to figure out, so go with that. I guess we could have another flower bed over here, couldn't we? We could do this. I like this. This would be more interesting if it wasn't in a straight line, so maybe we just do that like on an angle. I can't think of another flower that we could use though. Maybe tulips? And the pink petals? Anyway, we'll sort it out. So, if you are new, coming in with that Tatooine raid, or if you have been here a while, then you'll know that I take a break about once an hour. It's a good chance to reheat my coffee. You can grab a stretch, maybe even tell a friend that we're live, and I will be right back. So hopefully not too much has spawned out here, because I was not standing too close. We should be okay. Looks like there was a skeleton at some point. I'll take the free stuff, though. Oh, not with a full inventory, I won't. Never mind. Probably don't need the ladders. The grass. Let's put some of this stuff back. I need to find a way to label this bush box because I never remember which one is which. I'm just in a whole lot of inventory pain now. Let's just fix this for a few minutes. Do I have any other walls to replace? Yes, just a little bit. Alright, you need to be emptied. As do you. And so does this one. And then for now, I'll just dump the texture blocks. Alright, this should help us clear things out a little bit. How would I improve the inventory? One of the things that I bring up a lot is the idea of separating out your tools. So for doing all the things that I'm doing in this farm, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tools on me roughly at the same time. Plus I need rockets and food. So that is 80% of my toolbar, right? Eaten up by that stuff. So you're just constantly switching. I think that this stuff here should be here. And it should be a separate thing. And I know that poses an issue. Maybe it could be optional. I don't know. But switching between blocks and things down here and switching with tools, you could still put a tool down here. But I feel like the thing that Satisfactory gets right is they have, similar to like pressing E and this comes up, you press one of the buttons and then a radial menu comes up and then you can choose the tool that you want. Right? So if you had all of these and you just kind of hit, I don't know, F, for example. I mean, F does this, right? But if you held down F, right, and it gave you like a radial menu, then you could have your tools in a separate inventory, essentially. Or a separate part of the inventory. I don't think there's one way to fix the Minecraft inventory. I think it's something that has to have several different changes applied to it. That will help. So will this. That will lighten up those boxes. Really what's eating up my inventory space right now in these shulker boxes is this mini block fiasco. I don't know how to have a inventory solution for things like mods or data packs that add a lot of heads and low stackables stuff to the game. So like we have all these. Inventory is full. That everything? That's all the mini blocks. Put them all up the top. So one thing that I do like, I can't remember what mod it's called. Mouse tweaks. It tweaks the way that the mouse works in the inventory. I really like it. So for example, rather than trying to find where things are, I can just hold down shift and just click and drag. And anything that's in this chest, it'll just pop it up there. Right? So it's really handy in that way. Now these are all... One of these is like heads. Yeah, that's the player heads. That's player head. Player head. And then random deep slate. That goes up there. Okay. So like the combination of using that mouse tweaks idea plus some inventory changes, I think in some cases, it doesn't solve everything, but I think there are some things in the game that should stack to 64 that currently don't. Ender pearls, for example. That kind of stuff I think could be very helpful. Whoops. I don't know where I actually have these stored anywhere. Oh, the dripstone. That makes sense. I remember that now. The dripstone one. That's where the mushrooms are here too. I'm just going to put some of this stuff in here. Diorite, clay, light gray wool, that's outside. Mud is outside, out front. Orange terracotta, I think, is in here. These are extra. I think I just keep this string in redstone box. Basalts. That could be potentially used in the wall, actually. Now that I think about that. Now we have a nice empty box that we can put stuff in if we need to. Oh, I forgot to put the black concrete away. But yeah, I'm curious for anybody else in chat, like if you're playing Minecraft a lot, like I am, how would you improve the inventory? What are your ideas? I generally am more interested in the ideas that don't make the game super easy. Like, I think that inventory management is important in most games. You don't want it to be tedious. You want it to be thoughtful, or I don't want to say thought-provoking, but you want it to be engaging and not overwhelming. So I find the inventory in No Man's Sky to be overwhelming. I don't want to ever have to scroll through my Minecraft inventory. Like if this got so big that I have like a slider on the side, nope, never in a million years. I don't want to have to open up and scroll to try to remember and figure out if I have something. That's not something that I'd be interested in. hanging sign. So mud was out here. Light gray wool was out here. Cobblestone's out here. Oops. It's a little bit odd. I might want to make this bottom part skinnier. And these don't connect. Why does this why is that not displaying? Anybody else have that problem? Maybe I'll do 2 of these. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And then maybe we have to run this in behind. Or if we put a full block up there, then the wall would connect to it. I kind of like that. Whenever I do that, it just looks like a hat. And I can just not get past it when it's only that tall. Or that long, I should say. If it's longer, it doesn't look like a hat. Like this doesn't look like a hat. But this does for some reason. I think that looks good. Blast Jordan, thanks for the lurk. And that helps us out on the light levels all the way back to here. Doesn't cross the road, unfortunately. Okay, so on my break, I was thinking that I'm starting to wonder about what I'm going to put along the outside here, but I want to make sure that I don't have to move anything inside the house just yet. So I think what I want to do is I want to switch gears. I want to grab some stuff for the interior and putting in things like the roof, the lights, things like that, tables and chairs, so that we can make sure that we're happy with the way things are going in here, and then go from there. And I'm going to light that fire, I think, too. I like your idea with the tool rotation a lot. I'm still not quite sure on bundles. I don't find bundles that useful. Bundles are useful for early game, right? I can certainly see them for that first caving run being useful, but after that, you know, it's just not something that's a super high priority. All right, I don't need the hoe, so that'll free up an inventory spot. Where's my tools? We shall grab furniture. I think we're probably going to want to try a dark table and a light table. We're certainly going to want to try some of these. I don't think we'll do light stuff, but we'll try one of each anyway. And then for structure stuff, I'm going to want stairs. More slabs. I've got trapdoors. Signs. Ladders. More mangrove. And more stripped spruce. And then some of these. So we've got crates, we've got barrels. I think I've already put some chests inside. Put the deep slate back. Flint and steel to light the fire. And I think maybe some walls. Shelving. Right. Yeah, I can see bundles being helpful for map making, yeah. Alright, first things first, we need to be able to see what we're doing. Excellent. So, there's a really good chance that that's going to be a better looking table because I've got a funny feeling that this countertop is going to look good like that. I don't know if we'd want to do oak. Maybe we do dark oak all around. See, that kind of disappears into the background. That might not be the best place for a table. And this chimney, I think, is moving. Yes. So it's going to go one block to the right from the inside. So we could do something like this, which could be fun and interesting, or maybe just a little bit taller. There's a bed in here, so we just sleep here. And I think in order to make this really look good, I'll probably want to use the polished deep slate because it looks more like a stovepipe. This is probably going to end up being more like chimney blocks than anything else. Now that's the roof, I think. Yeah. So we want to cover that up. Probably with some sort of shelving or cabinetry or something. If we put a block there for the chimney, then that works. And I'm not sure about the spruce. I kind of want to see what this would look like if it was mangrove. Just because that seems to be the block that we've used the most of in the house. And I think there's a better contrast between the spruce trapdoors. That's been covered up there. So we do the same thing here. Now the other thing we could do, instead of having that covered up, we could run another beam lower. Like that. As long as it doesn't get too claustrophobic. I think it hides too much of what I want to do with the chimney, so we'll go back. We'll just put it right up here. Now that is unfortunately probably the roof. Yeah. But that's a good spot for something like a set of stairs. Not crazy about this. MindTripMedia says, for me, I would want a dynamic number tab in the inventory so I could organize items by type, functional, build, etc. Having 0 tabs would be current inventory UI look. Tabs. Oh. I guess the problem with that is that that's right up there with scrolling. No, JPrice, they don't have bundles in vanilla. They have bundles in the experimental features in the snapshots. They've never been added to the proper release. They're currently still in the 1.21 experimental features. I want regular brick blocks for now. We can texture that later. And what else do I want? Anything? What do people use for cabinets? Do people have things they use for cabinets? I guess chiseled bookshelves. What else? I mean, I know looms, they look kind of empty, but I don't think I want to just pile stuff up in the corners. I think I actually want it to look like it's got some heft to it. Beehives for cabinets? Yeah. I don't know if that would match the color. It might. So what I'm thinking here is just something like that, and then up here could have something like this. Maybe not that. Actually, that was probably better the way that it was. Then we'll just move the thing outside. So we can change the texture of these to whatever we want. But I feel like that looks like it connects to the chimney. And then if we take this chimney and just block for block, move it over. Oops. Oh, I don't have any scaffolding on me, do I? Nope. You know what? I don't care. So, cracked, regular, cracked. Cracked, regular, cracked, and then, of course I didn't catch that. Why did it fly way over there? This is the nitty-gritty part about moving things around, that you end up wanting like all the blocks in your inventory because you've got so many different things you want to change. I think what we need to do here is actually move the whole thing over. And then we'll add a nice base to it. And I think if we cover that up with an upside down stair for the tiles, then I think that'll look good. And we'll be able to change some of the textures and stuff later. But I think it's a better look at the chimney. Right. So I like that. I'm not crazy about this. That's a little strange. I wonder if this could be another support. That actually doesn't look so bad. This feels strange. But I don't want to cover all that up. Feels a little repetitive. That's not bad. That feels a little bit more structural. And maybe I could switch the direction on this one, although then you'll still see that behind it. Yeah, all right, we'll go back to that. I can't change. I would really like to cover that up. I like what's happening here, but I don't like the way that the stairs look. Like, this to me looks weird. Maybe if I drop this down. Yeah, that's better. I was thinking about trying to sneak a barrel into the ceiling, but I don't know if we really have the opportunity. So we do have block space back here. So one thing we could do is either put something in there. So we could have, if I open this up like that, and then sneak one of these guys in there. Looks like an open cupboard. The question is, do we want to do that there? Do we want to do it in the middle? Don't know if maybe the end would look better. I mean, bookshelves are cheap. I can just put all three of these up here. And then just decide which one looks better open. You know what? The back one is probably going to be the one that looks the best. Well, what do we think? I think it's either the middle or the third one. And then we can put some books on it later to fill it up. So then we're back to making a decision down here. We've got no storage there. That could have something hanging on it. I need to go get some tripwire hooks. Tripwire hooks. Got some barrels. Oh, I want more tables. I don't think we'll be using much oak. Yeah, you know, I think we go with dark oak for the tables. Or for the counter, rather. Because then we can work in a couple of different textures, too. What did I want? Hammer. So if we do all of these, then maybe we'll switch the table. Maybe this is where we put the oak. Probably spruce chairs, rather. Although, get a little multicolor. Maybe it's okay with just a spruce table. The spruce did go a little bit better with the stove. Although, where that's a stove, I don't know if having something made of wood right there would be the best idea. I feel like it might be better off to have something there that's stone. And then that means there's just less wood. And then it doesn't matter what's here because it's going to stand out against the background anyway. And then over here, like, we could have a counterpart, but there could also be like... did I bring the right block? No, I didn't. We used dark oak, stripped dark oak logs, then we can have it look like a... almost like a butcher's block. Yeah, this one. Let's do stone. I don't think there's anything in here that would look good. Oh, you know what we could do? We could use a furnace. Furnace or a blast furnace. So not to add like a second oven, because I feel like that would be overkill, but maybe just to use the stone texture of it. I feel like that matches better. And then we could, I don't know, maybe this would be better off go in that direction. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. And maybe we'll put a cup or a candle or something on the table. It feels really, really basic. Maybe we don't put 2 chairs here. Maybe we just put another chair over there. Helps cover up that a little bit. And then maybe people would hang stuff next to the stove to dry it. Maybe something there. I certainly feel like we could put something here, like a carpet or a mat. I'm wondering if that could be a better texture. But as far as the wood bits go, I wonder if we could have a little more going on here. Whoops. Yeah, I feel like that looks structurally the same as what's going on over there. This feels a little strange. Maybe we need to bring the mangrove in. I think that looks pretty good. Wouldn't mind changing that to something else. Maybe spruce? That's a little bit better. And maybe we can sneak in the ladder. Just to make it have that extra layered effect. Yeah. I think as far as the rafters go in here, that's pretty good. We're always going to have a little bit of something going on. That is, I don't know what block that is. Probably a stair. 1, 2, 3 over from the door. And 1, 2, 3 back. 3 over from the door and 3 back. Oh yeah, it's definitely a stair. Okay. So it has to stay like that. We have to see the back end of it. Mosaic Dream, we're working on the inside of this little farmhouse. It is the Lilac Farmstead. So we're just trying to do a little bit of the interior. I'm planning on doing the grounds around it, but I wanted to finish the interior just in case I wanted to like move a wall, bump something out a little bit, change the texture of the wall. So I wanted to make sure that I got all that done before we attempt to do any bushes and texturing, because nothing worse than like spending all the time texturing something and then having to move it. So the house isn't moving. So we're just kind of starting in the kitchen and kind of working our way along. Can't see in the dark. I almost want to add a little something there too. That's a little bit too much. Oh, maybe we do signs here instead of the ladders. If I do that, maybe I have to make this a plank. Or we could do both. Like that. So much of this is just trial and error, trying to get the right combination of making things look busy, but also like structurally sound. I just like how this frames the door. Now, is that... Okay, so I could turn that way. Do the same thing here. Nope. What if this was a slab? Then we have some asymmetry going on. Or not. Maybe we just don't have that at all, yeah. I like that better. I like that better. Oh, we're missing something over the door here. I gotta get some more deep slate stuff, but... Okay, without getting into like armor stand details, I think I've got the basic structure down. I don't think there's anything else I want to add in here. So we'll do the rafters in the bedroom, and then we'll switch the inventory over to be some other blocks. So this has the beam coming through right there, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. So we'll just put in one of these. Like so, and then just continue this back wall, and I would say we'd probably want to do the corners, so like that and like that. Trapdoor in between. Trapdoor this way. I wonder if these look better switched around. Yeah, I think they look better going the same way as their wall cousins. Oh, I already did that one. Okay. And then on the other side, it just kind of goes across. But we don't have that here. And these are probably outside blocks. Would be my guess. Yeah. Yeah, totally outside blocks. Okay. So I probably want to try to cover them up a little bit. I don't think I want to get into doing something like that. That's a little bit too heavy. I do have extra tables and chairs though, so we can get rid of this old thing and put a proper chair there. And then this was meant to be a table. More zombies in the caves below, it sounds like. And that might be too dark, but we'll try it. Sometimes it's fun to add different color blocks underneath your beds, just to kind of give them a shadow. Actually, that's just about right. Cool. I think we've already gone over which of these we want to use. I don't think I need to change anything about the floor. It's mostly just getting these rafters right. I think maybe these too heavy, so then we'll go with more trapdoors. So we've got trapdoors, I need doors, and I need some andesite or above the doors. So those, I don't know if this would look better. No, have some weird texture combos. Yeah, that has to say a full block. This, I could change that. And that could be either a full block or a stair. Start with a full block, because that'll work in either direction. And then I think for depth, we'll put the door over here. That way from out here, there's this recess. And if that's the case, we could actually change this to a stair. Yeah. Adds a little height to the door. Doesn't conflict with anything in here. And this is something I think, I guess we could try to fudge some more cabinetry in here. Don't have anything that would really work, but we can put something in there temporarily like this. Sometimes I wish that the bookshelves were spruce instead of oak, because that's going to look quite bright. I don't like how that washes out the depth, so I guess we could just leave this. What I'll probably do is add in some more deep slate to kind of fake the roof getting deeper in here. That's probably the better way to do it. I would say probably tripwire hook behind the door. Oh, that needs an andesite block over the window. Now here, I don't want to use a stair because it'll line up weirdly with the roof line. Well, might be okay. I think I'm going to prefer a full block there. In the same way that we don't have one there. I mean, it'll look fine inside. Yeah, that does look better. Now, out here, feel like we could do something, and we also have 0 real lights. We've got light from the fireplace, but no real light. Well, I guess there's also the fire up there. So we could leave this at a, in a position where we could have something up here that could have a lantern hung from it. Maybe a slab. That's a little bit too flush. Maybe a open fence gate would work, or a hanging sign. Alright, fence gate or hanging sign. I need to have a proper packed mud box. I don't think I have like a proper mud box. Yeah, I need to sacrifice a shulker, I think. Maybe we don't need a super bright light out the back. We don't have any lights out the front either. We don't need them, I don't think. Well, we'll need something. So we could do something bright, or I could do something really low like that. I think that'll go better with the blue from the pitcher plants. So that's probably what we're going to do. Oh, but the fence gate's not going to cover up the top part. Right. Well, I wish we had stone trapdoors. Having a stone bit like that sticking off the roof would be so much nicer. I guess we could push the roof out a little bit if we wanted to. You are really up there, aren't you? That's a high-flying bee. Where are you going? There's no flowers that are that tall. No tower flowers anywhere. Right, so that does not really do... It works if I wasn't trying to connect it to that. It's nice otherwise. I think that works. I generally wish we had more vertical planks. I'm not a big fan of this mess. So maybe what needs to happen in here is going to be a stair. That's even worse. Nope. The barrel was the better option so far. Hey, Mosaic Dream. Glad to be of service. What do I want to put up there? Maybe more mangrove? It's very wood. Very wood heavy. Maybe I just need more deep slate. Maybe that's the issue. And then inside... I think this would be more interesting if the stair was the other way. Whoops, no, don't want to be sitting in the chair, thanks. And that would give us an opportunity here to either leave that like that or take it up to there. And I think because of the light, it might just be better to have that be deep slate. Maybe we can put something special in there, like a carved deep slate or something. I'm going to try the other lantern just because I have it with me. I mean, it's not bad, it's fine, but I think I prefer the blue. Plus, we don't need that much light out here. Don't think I have any clay with me, but I might have a pot in here. No, I don't. I emptied all the other stuff. All right, I'll have to go get that. I think we're done in the bedroom. I wanted more carpets, I think. Or maybe just scuffed up. Wood would be better. Oh, I want these. I think that's what I wanted to do for the windows was trapdoors. Because glass isn't going to go very well. So I think I'll have this window open. I want to put a flower on this. Oh, maybe we'll have this go the other way. Just so that there's more depth from the outside. Want that open so it doesn't matter. Also want that one open. Although, maybe I'll put it this way anyway. Just in case I change my mind. It does look cool. I just want to put a flower on that table, and I feel like having it closed would be silly. Let's just put them up properly. Kitchen windows would probably be open. And then here, I was thinking we could scuff up the floor. Have it look like this is where people maybe like take off their boots or something. And then we could have stuff here too. Maybe I'll put an armor stand or something, I don't know. There needs to be something here on the right. Maybe we'll just do both of these. Yeah, sticks out but doesn't like get in your way. I'll probably put a second campfire there. Or probably just a little log block. Probably a decent idea. There's not really any room for a mantle. I could try to hang something over the mantle. Trying to think of what would be a really good, maybe like an axe or something would be cool. I'm just thinking like a farmer's tool to hang above the mantle would be kind of fun. Or like the axe for chopping the wood. I'm gonna have to go get, oh no, I've got one of these. Spruce log, I guess we have to test to see which one we like. Jay, Kristen, I'm glad you were able to save the game. That's good. That's good, that's good. I'm trying to just kind of finish the interior thoughts of this place just so we can walk away and say like, all right, outside of like really tiny armor stand details, I really feel like we're in a solid spot here. Yeah, don't like that. I prefer that. I'm kind of wondering whether this could be darker. So maybe we can go and make it a little bit more obvious. Cosmic, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we'll do mangrove here. I think that's probably the better way to go. And maybe we can put an armor stand with like a pair of boots or something there. They don't look very good. I always want to try and have more 3D models in the game for stuff like that. Definitely that one. More contrast. And like I almost want to have like a fireplace poker hanging there. So maybe we should have this over here. And that'll maybe eliminate the need to have something up there. Right. So now it's just some deep slate tile to try and figure out the last of it. Came together pretty well. I'm glad that, you know, it's one of my favorite things is putting in those structural details in the rafters. I'm not sure why. I just make the builds feel a lot more complete to me anyway. Tile stairs, tile slabs, tile blocks, just in case. So here, I was thinking we can just kind of, no, I brought the wrong one. I want regular cobbled deep slate for the insides. The tiles on the outside. Even that's not bad. Just that little bit. But we could also go with that and then the same thing. What am I seeing here? Oh, it's the hitbox for that. I was like, what is this line? But it's the hitbox for this that when you're inside of it, you can see the hitbox. I think I like that the best. Yeah. Keeps the window from getting too dark. So we'll just do that there. And that's all good. So we just need to figure out what's going on there. That might be better off as a dark oak table. And then out back here, I wanted to test this as either just this, or maybe a full deep slate block tile. Or we actually go the extra distance and push this out. Can't say I like that a lot. I feel like that makes it a little bit too big. Yeah, sticks a little bit too far for me. It's alright, was worth a shot. So then if that's the case, maybe we can get rid of this and just put in that. Or have a tiled slab. There we go. No, I like the geometry better on stair. Creates a nice separation there. And then the other place we needed one of these was over here. Right. What's the tripwire hook supposed to represent? I like them better as things to hang your coat on or your hat compared to levers. I find levers are too large. And I'm struggling to think if I've done it anywhere off the top of my head. Maybe the barracks on the west side. But with the armor stand or armor statues data pack, combining a tripwire hook with a weapon can be a really cool way of like, oh, that's case in point, proving me wrong is those are levers, but there's tripwire hooks back there. I thought I had, oh, there we go. I walked right by them. So stuff like this could be kind of fun, right? And that to me looks better than trying to position that on a lever. So that's what I like to use them for. But in this case, I think it would be fun. I don't remember what house I did it in, but sometimes a stone hoe kind of looks like a fireplace poker. So you can maybe like hang a hoe upside down there with like the pokey bit of the hoe at the bottom. And then it looks like a fireplace poker. Although you could also just lean that up against the side here, which might be more useful. This to me right now is more of a reminder to do something here than like something I'm permanently going to leave there. I like these. I might put something on this, like, you know, like a helmet or something, or a coat of armor or whatever. I think we're all done on the outside with the roof. I think I still want to raise the chimney out by a block. But we'll take care of the back next time. I'm getting into details on the outside now, so what I really want to make sure I have is I've got all of the inside things done. We didn't have to move any walls. I didn't have to change any windows. I was concerned about the depth of this door maybe having to change, but I think we're good. This chimney had to move, but that didn't really affect too much down here. So now, like, you can see where we might even want to bring this path a little bit tighter to the build. It depends on what we want to do down here. So now, because of the way that the pathing is kind of temporarily laid out, I can start to put in things like bushes, details along here, maybe an extra barrel or something. Maybe some, like, someone was asking about irrigation. Maybe I can get like a rain gutter going on. We've got that happening elsewhere in the city too. So that could be a cool way to kind of start decorating the outside. And then from there, I can know what details I want to have along the outside of the house, and I don't have to move the path. And once I know I don't have to move the path, then we can finish and texture the path and call that part done. So that's the plan. I also need a front door. And I think we're going to have it open this side. Looks good to me. Cool. Sleep one more time here. Inventory is so full when I do detail stuff like this. Just bursting at the seams. All right, not a bad day. I just slept. I just slept to show off the nice thing with the fancy cam and the, you know what? I'm admin. Kiss my butt, Minecraft. You rain too much. I know every once in a while there's a dev lurking in my chat. Or maybe even on the VOD. It rains too much, Mojang. So, today we managed to replace all of the grounds with the right blocks that we want to use with the pitcher plants, which is the coarse dirt in between the rows. And then here we've got the packed mud and mushroom between the rows of the lilacs. I am not entirely sure if this is the sheer number of pitcher plants. I feel like it's turned into the pitcher plant homestead instead of the lilac homestead. So I might have some fun and see if maybe we can replace some of these, and it might be worth it to have some more lilacs up at the top here. I think they maybe will bounce better between these things. So I could see a line maybe right here, replacing about 3 rows with lilacs. So to create kind of like a nice little, not frame, but like a circumference or a semicircle around the pitcher plants. We also poked around with the idea of having some, I guess, berry bushes lined up. Not entirely sure how that's going to look. That's why I haven't finished the wall. But we'll We'll work on that once we have this solid, because once I know the outside path here, I can decide how much of this wall is going to change. I might make this wall follow more of the path, and that will give me some more flexibility here on the side of the road to do some texturing, rather than just figuring out what to do up here to make it interesting when maybe I just don't want to. Like maybe the front yard is just not meant to be much of anything. We'll have a couple of flowers up here, I'm sure, but nothing too crazy. So yeah, coming together quite well. And then of course, we finished the inside details. So still have some armor stand stuff to do, but I like the chimney. I like the tables. I like the open bookshelf. Do I have books on me? I do. So we can do stuff like this. Maybe not the purple one. Yeah. Cookbooks, I guess. Or it could be like, you could sort of imagine those as like boxes of ingredients, you know, like a box of flour or sugar or something, perhaps. Cool. And then of course, bedroom. Nothing too fancy. There are flowers and window details still to come, but a lot of that has to do with how it looks like from the outside. So I'll worry about that in the next phase. However, we are going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft, and it looks like Citadel member, friend extraordinaire, and server mate, Alistair McFly is live. We're going to raid Alistair. So whether he's ready for it or not, here we come. So if you want to see more of the server and more of the people that play on the server, stick around. By all means, come in tomorrow. I'll be back at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. You can also check out things like the Spawn Chunks podcast, as well as the Citadel Cafe podcast and Patreon. If you'd like to join the Discord, if you haven't joined via Twitch, be a Prime sub or a Tier 1 sub, then you can also check out Patreon for $2 a month. It's less than the price of a cup of coffee. You get to support my streaming. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you to Cosmic and other folks in the chat that were modding today, and thanks for all the support. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.